Thank you for watching this fourth and final video about the upcoming operational referendum on April 5th. This video will look at the ideas of the basics of the referendum and tax impact to provide the best information we possibly can. First of all, with all the videos, we've been looking at the question itself. And what we're looking at here is $1.3 million per year for 4 years to exceed the revenue limit to maintain educational programming, technology, and facilities. So what does this mean? And that's really what we're going to be looking at. First of all, staffing. With the current $1 million a year, we've been able to maintain good quality staffing levels to provide for lower class sizes and quality instruction. Quite simply, without referendum dollars, we have to analyze this with the ideas of class sizes increasing, support staff decreases, things like this, to be able to find the money. Technology, we've done a lot with technology, with our network, with classroom technology and staff technology in general, but also the big one, the one-on-one initiative, where all students have a Chromebook now to be able to use both in school all day and at home. Obviously, this was an added expense during the COVID times that came to us, but it's also maintaining this. Right now, we're budgeting in that we need to replace about 200 Chromebooks per year to keep the adequate stock of Chromebooks in our classrooms. I talked just shortly about staff technology. We're on a cycle of about 5 years to replace staff Chromebooks. Example, with the elementary school, we're completing our 5th year and looking at the ideas of the need to replace those laptops for staff. Transportation, grounds, quality bus fleet. We've come a long way with our quality of our buses over the last 10 years. We typically replace about 2 buses a year at an expense of about $200,000 per year, along with the ideas of vehicles, vans, things like this, and grounds maintenance equipment that we need. Maintenance, looking at the ideas of facilities. We have a lot of property we need to maintain, and we've been very, very strategic in the way we go about doing this. In 2020, we did our latest facility study, identifying not only what is needed within our maintenance, but also prioritizing those items. So we go through, we prioritize, look at what the most urgent needs, and we're able to attack those on a yearly basis. Without referendum dollars, many of these things simply become unattainable for us to be able to do within our normal operating budget. Also, the tax impact. Talk a little bit about tax impact. This is, again, a unique circumstance in which we've been seeing taxes decline, and we'll continue to see that even with a successful referendum. We predicted back when we passed the elementary referendum that we would see the highest tax impact the first year of that referendum, and then declining. We've indeed seen this. Here's what the tax levy is looking like for next year. And again, that decline is what is projected. And so quite simply, what do we need to look at to understand that? Why is that happening? Kind of an education funding 101 kind of idea is the idea of the revenue limit. In other words, the amount of money that we can raise through general aid from the state and our local tax levy. So it's bottom line, revenue limit minus the amount of general aid we get equals our tax levy. There are other dollars that come into this, but that's primarily what focuses on our budget as a whole. As I talked about, state aid's increasing. And so what you see is this gap between revenue limit and the state aid becoming smaller, which makes your local levy smaller. All right, state aid, again, we're projecting that because we have a biennium budget that says we're getting that money, and we also have a situation where we have an artificial increase in our student population. So we know that state is increasing and decreasing our local levy. Again, a lot to it, but that's the basics of why we can come out and project this actual tax decrease. Again, our website has a lot of information on it. You go to the top and click on referendum, or down at the bottom. We try to provide every piece of information we can out there, but please make sure you're contacting us with any questions. And the key here, please make sure you vote on April 5th.